Hello, and welcome to one of my many stress-free art sessions. I'm your host BaTo, and I will be teaching you how to create art. For this session, you can use a tablet to draw or a pencil and paper. I'm using an iPad and a free app called SketchBook to draw and paint in this and future sessions. Welcome to another children's book illustration session. In this one, we are going to paint the cover and the rest of the pages. I'm using the color picker to pick the colors, the base colors for the frog. The base colors or the local colors are the colors without the light information or shadow information. I'm gonna go quickly through this process. I'm just gonna not replicate every color. I'm gonna skip the yellow. I'll do the feet, I'll do the stripes here and there, but I'm not gonna try and add too many details. I'm rotating the canvas around because it's easier for me if I just rotate it and I start painting. I'm using the ink brush, which is, I don't know, to me it seems very easy to add all the local colors. It's a very sharp point, so I can add all the necessary details or the fine lines I need to add. As for the background, I'm gonna just mix a bunch of different colors. I'm adding some blues, some dark blues. I'm adding the dark background behind the frog. I want it to stand out more, so you can add contrast. Either if I added some lighter background or darker, the frog would stand out. The effect I'm going for the background is I'm trying to make it seem like it's out of focus. Hence the reason why I'm blending all the different colors and trying to make it like there's an effect of depth of field. The next layer I want to create is the one that's gonna have shadow information on it. So I choose dark purple, kind of on a darker side, on a grayer side, and I put it on a separate layer just like I did with the base color or I did with the background. All those are separate layers so I can control them later on. And the reason why I'm doing it for the shadows and for the lights, for the specularity, for the I'm doing it because of that reason, so I can tweak, I can darken it, I can lighten it, I can turn down the opacity if I need to. I can also blend the layers by adding multiply or linear dodge or any of those functions that SketchBook offers. And my advice is the best way to experiment with this and to see how everything works is by doing it. So try, having these different layers of different colors, different textures, different patterns, and try and blending them and see what they do, what each function does. And something else, I also go back and forth between playing with those colors, going into a layer and then adjusting the HSL values, which are really highs and lows, and their color, their specularity, their intensity. And once you're happy with it, you can leave it alone and always come back, once you finalize the illustration. I often go back and play with different brush settings, going to the library and seeing what brushes they offer, and I'm just experimenting, seeing what works and what doesn't for the tree, branch, for the moss, and just experiment. That's it. I mean, there isn't much to it. All I'm doing really is just trying different functionalities like sun rays, going through those leaves, seeing what works, what doesn't, going back and forth, and really it's all about experimentation in the end. As long as we achieve the result that we want, doesn't matter how we get to it, right? For the title of the book and for the author, I'm gonna choose actually 3 colors. I'll choose blue, red, and white maybe, or gray. So I'll sample the colors from the frog, and then I will actually decide where the red is gonna go, where the blue is gonna go, where the white is gonna go, and I'm gonna fill it in just roughly. I want this to be a kind of a freestyle illustration. So yeah, this is it. I think I'm done, finished. I'm gonna do the same thing for the rest of the illustration panels or other pages. I will make sure I follow the same color code the same blues, especially for my local colors, right? What might change is the shadows and the light layer, right? Because depending on the environment, depending on the light source, if the room is, let's say, blue and then the light source is blue, well, the frog is gonna be bluish. For the next session, we're gonna talk about the publishing, how to publish this illustration book, right? Children's illustration book. And I'm gonna go through that process through Kindle and everything else. So stay tuned. Thank you.